You're exactly a mile from the epicenter.
We're exactly 1 mile from the epicenter. Wendy Bill here. And we're out just exploring today, something we haven't done for a while. I've been working and sick, but mostly working. We're out by Stovepipe Wells at the sand dunes. And look at all the people out here enjoying it on this Sunday. Today's Sunday, the Sunday afternoon. We came out to see the epicenter, and we're going to check on damage up at Stovepipe Wells Resort. And then we're going to go up to the old ranger station. I've done a video on it before to see if there was any damage there. But this place, folks, is packed. But that's okay. Death Valley is packed today. Temperature dropped a lot of times for tourists to come out and really enjoy it. Alright, I'll bring you back when I get more. Well, we stopped at Stovepipe Wells and it had survived the earthquakes with no damage. Rattled some stuff off the shelves, but that's just the routine stuff. All the rock work and everything is still standing. All the buildings are looking all right. You know, 4-point earthquakes aren't that big, although it was felt clear in Pahrump where I was at. Now you look here, and it's interesting. What do we have? We have a car charger. We have a car parked here that's not charging. And what's behind it, folks? Nice and environmental friendly car charging station. Gotta be green. I guess diesel is green. Okay, I'll bring you back when we find some more. We're just gonna travel around this area. Thank you for watching so far. Well, Wendy Bill back to you. We're back over by the old ranger station. That's looking up the road. Got the restrooms over there that they built. This is really a nice place. Very well preserved building. You can see some asphalt here that's been scraped off where the old road was. We're going to walk up here. Look at the beautiful rock work. Built by the old CCC camp. And this was the ranger's house. This is the station. Fire ring out back. But what we're interested in, and we're going to go over here. I'm going to show Casey how they had electricity here. Oh, the door frame's starting to fall apart. Are they both still there?
They're here, but someone jacked the heads and the piston and the crank.
Yeah.
And the rod anyway. They didn't take the crank.
They're taking parts all the time.
Yeah.
Okay, these are old single cylinder
Hit and
miss motor. And it powered a generator, and they're two identical units. And the interesting part about this is if you go to a national park where they did not have electricity, or the airplane beacon lights, these are all the generators were the same. That's because it was a government operation.
These weren't identical.
No, they're not completely identical.
This one was hand start. This one had electric starter.
Yeah. Had provisions for electric.
Because that crank's burned up, this one's still good.
And more than likely, somebody's been screwing around in here, got the covers off.
Yeah, someone took all the pieces they could.
And they really...
I'm surprised they didn't check the generators.
They really had taken parts off. I'm surprised. Even nowadays in the park. Okay, I'm going to get the tag. Let you guys see that. There you go, got some light on it. Yep, and they're pretty much identical. But this is how they got power. Now, this one was completely complete the last time I was here. This one was pretty much complete. A few parts missing, the head was missing. But we have scavengers trying to keep them running. Theirs running, and they come find parts anywhere they can. Which isn't right in a national park. Okay, and this one, like Casey was saying, this would have the provisions for an electric start. So more than likely, this must have been a replacement at some point of a more modern motor. The generators look the same and the same age, but the motor looks like it was a replacement motor. Probably it got to a point where it wasn't workable no more, so they had to replace it. And then think about this, folks. These belts are probably, I would say, probably from the 30s or 40s, maybe the 30s or 40s, but even the 20s. You never know. Yeah, I'll bring you back when we find more.
Workshop.
This was probably kind of a workshop and something else. I'm not sure what they had on that foundation right there.
Probably a lathe.
But as you can see, it had electric lighting.
Panel box is still there on the left there. Twin-Bark electric.
Oh yeah. Yep, had the electric panel box. Four circuit fuses. Lights don't work, but the switch is still there. Hey, look who we got coming in the door. We got Miss Guppy. And do you know Guppy has a new
Light didn't come on.
little baby sister. We have the new Explorer, Boone. We got Whitney and Casey today. All right, we're gonna go over by the buildings. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and do a walk around the building. And I don't know if we can see inside any of these windows. Oh yeah. Got some water pipe in there. Must be getting ready to do some repair work. Used to be a sink and stuff there. Okay, for any of my buffs that are work for power companies, check out the old meter, General Electric meter. This would have been a private meter for the Park Service. We got the old power box coming in, a whopping 100 amp circuit. And that was from the generators over there. Pulled the power in. Okay, they keep all the windows very, very secure here. It's very important. I got the fire pit. And I used to have sing-alongs with the Rangers up here. It was a very important location at one time. And you know, Park Service used to be more about safety of the visitors. Okay, and this building has a crawl space underneath it. I don't think it's a basement, but it's just a like a 2-foot crawl space. Oh, very interesting. Just caught my eye. Never caught my eye before. But there was a piece of 1.25 inch electrical conduit running out to here. And then we have these circle ruins. I don't know what they're from, whether they were from the camp area or what. Ooh, we do have a slab over there. And I bet you that's where that conduit ran, over to that slab. I'm going to do some, yeah, because you can see pieces of it there. Let me walk that direction. Yeah, I missed a lot of videos. We took a little break and did some, I did a bunch of construction work up in northern Nevada. That's why when I was filming up there, a friend of mine bought a place and I was using it for showering and laundry when I'm up north. Okay, I'll tell you right now, that looks like that might have been a septic system at one time, or a water system before they put the water pipe in. That was electric going out to it. See, when I find places like this, I'm interested in the details. What was where and why was it there, and how these people survived and lived up here. No, because here looks like the lid to maybe a septic system. Or it could be a lid to a well. Hard telling. People say we're in Death Valley. No water, but there's a lot of water out here. I just gotta know where to find it. In the canyons. There's springs up in the mountains. All the water for the campground up here and all this facility comes from up in the one canyon on the side road going towards Ridgecrest. There's a big spring on the side of the hill, several water tanks and buildings and pumps. When I was a kid, it was still fenced when I was a kid, but outside of the fence there was a faucet you could go ahead and get your water, and that's where a lot of the miners got water. Okay, Contel, Pacific Telephone, who knows, AT&T. But this place used to have a payphone sitting here. Huh. All the younger generation, do you know what a payphone was? Before cell phones. And I can tell you all about cell phones because my construction company had one of the first that was in the desert, high desert of California. Can't see too much in there. See a little bit. Got a Turon bus going up. This is a pretty nice facility at one time. Got company. Look at the little spider webs. And if you look real close, look at the breakage of the cement around the edge of the wood. That is fresh. Folks, that is from the earthquake. And it's right down here on the ground. Yeah, that is from the earthquake. It did shift a little bit. The walls are thick enough and heavy enough. I do not see any cracks in the walls. Wasn't the work beautifully done? And they've maintained it and they patched it over the years. Okay, we got the old restroom buildings over there. Like I said, this was an important location. You came into Death Valley. This is the first place you'd stop. Because this is roughly where the Death Valley began back in the 60s. Okay, I want to thank people watching so far. We're not done for the day. This video is not completed yet. We're going to go over and see Rhyolite, Beatty. Got a friend over in Beatty that we're going to probably stop by and visit and say hi to. So, we're off and about and on the road again. Thank you for watching so far. Okay, we decided we were going to come down through Rhyolite. I don't know if there's any earthquake damage here. Tom Kelly's Bottle House. Interesting story behind it. Let me get up here and I'll let you guys read this. But it was really interesting. Interesting note is... Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Interesting note. In probably 1975, 76, this building was open as a second-hand shop. And I collected toy fire trucks, and I bought an antique toy fire truck here. It was cast iron, and I thought it was a knockoff replica, and come to find out it was one of the originals. Old ladder truck. Got the remains of an old building out there in the field. They've collected a lot of interesting stuff and gathered it here for people to see. Bottle house was made out of bottles and cement. I really wish BLM would take better care of this place. But we have the caretaker that looks after Rhyolite up there. Got some mosaics here made out of glass. I don't know if you guys are having any luck seeing inside these windows. When I edit it, I'll do the best I can to enhance it. Looks like this corner had to have some repair work done at one time. Got an old camera there. Very nice work on this building when they built it. Beautiful old building. Look at the intricate work they did on the corners. Okay, we're going to leave the bottle house and we're going to head up. And you can see from here the school, and you can see the bank up there. Kind of concerned about the bank because it was getting very fragile. So we'll go up and see if there was any earthquake damage. Bring you back on when we get there. Okay, you can see the old rock ruins there of a building. And the schoolhouse fared pretty good. Look, I might have lost some of the top floor wall. Yeah. There's a building there that remains over the building. Okay, and here is the old bank building. Guys, we're going to do a little documenting here. Okay, this is the Cook's Bank building, and if you look at this mess down here on the ground, the earthquake, the last time I was here a couple of months ago, that wall was completely still intact. You can go through my old videos and you'll find a video on it. Most of that wall, first and part of the second story, was still intact. So you see all the stuff on the ground. Not the stuff out here, but the stuff closer. A lot of that was that wall. There's a lot of the brick part at the top gone. Got a big crack there. Big crack on that side wall. Bank vault's still intact. Yeah, a lot of this building fell. I'm not saying it was all probably from this earthquake. It looks like it's been falling a while, but a lot of it looks fresh. And that whole front's going to come down here pretty soon. We're going to lose that wall over there pretty soon. And probably this back one. It's a pity because this was a very nice old building. I really would have loved to have seen BLM come in when this was first turned into BLM Park area. It'd been nice if they would have came in here and did some interior beams to reinforce it. But we always have the issue of money. When do they want to spend money on what? And it's in shorthand supplied to these government people. Building had Italian marble, wood imported from over in other countries. Oh yeah, you can see a lot of the stuff fell inside too. That top brick facade is going to be down pretty soon. Got a big crack there developing. But this is what it looked like. Get a close-up view of the building. And then I'll back up and let you guys read this. You know, banks came and go in those days. Wasn't insured. You deposited your money, they invested it in these mines. When everything went belly up, so did your money. You didn't have none. When the mines were playing really big and rich, things were doing good, this town was booming. When the mines started dying out, so did the town. Everybody packed up and left. I understand one of the last actual buildings that stayed open the longest was a restaurant. Guy moved away, left half of his cooking stuff here, and he came back for it about 10 years later. And most of it was still there. You know, this is back when senators were rich and they made their money doing mining. But today, senators are just normal people like us, and they make their money by being senators. We make them rich, and it ain't the rich people making us a good living. We're making them rich. Things change. Okay, one last look at the building, and we're on our way. We're going to try the train depot. Okay, Las Vegas Tonopah Railroad. Oh, we did lose some of the detail work on the two top small windows during the earthquake. Those were intact pretty much. So let's go in and walk around and see what else. Well, you know, Senator Clark was not short on money when he built this. And we do have a, looks like a fresh crack there, going up the front. Yeah, it looks like it was not immune to damage. I got Guppy here exploring with us today. Guppy, don't go too far. Which language do they speak?
French.
Oh, ask them to talk to her for a moment. Just
Oh yeah.
in French.
Tu voulais parler en français?
Okay, we're back at the building. Guppy got to meet 4 people, very nice people. One of the ladies spoke English, so it helped translate, and the 2 kids spoke French. And Guppy learned the importance of why you need to learn other languages. Wouldn't it have been nice if she could have talked to the kids in French. You know, I always, my people that were part of the electrical industry, I always liked taking pictures of the old infrastructure for electric. And even the new stuff. Okay, we'll just keep walking around. Okay, for my railroad people, we've got a beautiful old signals tower here, being preserved. Got a Union Pacific, Los Angeles, and Salt Lake City, and then Union Pacific. Basically what happened is Tonopah Tidewater, Salt Lake City Railroad, Las Vegas to Salt Lake City, grew, and then Union Pacific started from California coming up, and they ran a new track, and they also bought out everything along the way. This survived through the war effort because it was the only means of transportation for people. This was a freight and a passenger rail line. And like I tell people, when I go up to Silver Springs area to go filming, there's a train tracks that run to the Naval Ordnance Base. Well, that was part of the train here. It started in, well, you could take it from the Los Angeles all the way up to Ludlow, California. Ludlow transferred to Tonopah Tidewater. Take that up to Beatty here. And then from there, you get on the next train, follow the same tracks, and it's probably the same engine most of the time, and go all the way up, all the way to Reno, Nevada, where you could tie in at different locations to the Union Pacific Railroad up there. So you could cover everything. A beautiful old train station. If you look up there, it says casino, and that's because after the railroad left, a private owner had it and turned it into a casino for a while, and then when that failed, they turned it over and donated it to the Bureau of Land Management to kind of protect. Okay, our next stop's going to be Beatty. We'll probably stop a couple of more places here, but we'll go to Beatty. Take a look at this caboose. My railroad people will know about this, but for the rest of you, see the LA Salt Lake SL? That was Los Angeles to Salt Lake City Railroad. That's where the tracks for the Union Pacific that run along Interstate 15 direction, that used to be the Los Angeles to Salt Lake Railroad. Then Union Pacific bought them up, gobble, 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 still happening today, and Union Pacific took over. So this seen service on both those rail lines. Old wooden caboose. Very, very, very old. Very rare, getting very rare. Now if you got a railroad book, you could look up the number and you could find out the history of this car. Just another shot of the train station. It survived pretty good over the earthquakes. It's going to be here a while longer. I'm assuming that was 3803.
I think it's 3303.
What's that?
I think it's 3303.
Could be 3303. 33, that looks, yeah, you're right. 3303.
Maybe. Because it doesn't thin out in the middle.
Yeah. Okay. So either number, but I think he's right on the 3. So look it up. Do some research. That's always the nice thing about doing research. It's getting its water from up there. You know, there's still residents that live here in Tonopah. I mean, in Rhyolite. I think there's like still 3 permanent residents and the caretaker. Really busy today. Understand that.
Is that right?
Yeah, San Bernardino County Fire.
Oh, it's a long time. San Bernardino's a big county.
Yes.
All right, everybody ready? Hold on a moment.
He's not yet, he's almost.
All right, we need to name it.
Okay, Windy Bill here. We're helping out some people that got stuck. Okay, Casey, when you go forward.
All right.
Yeah, let me know when you take it up. Let me know when I take up the...
Yeah, you're going to want to go this way a little bit because of the piece of tent up there. Okay, go ahead. He's ready.
In reverse?
He's in reverse. Keep going, not yet, about 6 feet. Okay, you're tight, right there. Nope. You might be able to take a couple more bumps on it. Easy on the gas. Nope, I don't think we're going to be able to get them. They're high-centered. Okay, go ahead and stop reverse. Okay, we're still here at Rhyolite. There's that building up there. There's Wit. There's Moon. Where's Guppy at?
In the truck still.
Oh, okay. And Guppy is still in the vehicle. Yeah, they're really stuck. They're high centered. He was turning around, he got too close to the edge and it just caved off. And we could dig out behind the back wheels a little more. The only problem is he's sitting high centered. You gonna drop your air pressure?
Yeah.
Okay.
80.
Well, we gave it our best try. Couldn't get it. It's too high centered. Our truck is too light. So we got the off-road recovery team coming out, and they should be able, with no problem, with 2 or 3 vehicles tied onto it, they should be able to pull them right out. So we tried, but we wasn't quite good enough. Got people out here all over the place today. Got a nice mine up there. Wouldn't mind exploring that one. Yeah, Windy Bill here. As I said, we've been around Rhyolite all day. Rhyolite did not fare well with that swarm of earthquakes. The 4.7 really did a lot of damage to the bank building and a lot of the other buildings. And a couple of more of those and there's not going to be much left of Rhyolite. The train station did fare okay. They lost some artwork, decorative plaster work on it. But they could have lost that too during some of these heavy rains. But we lost a complete side of the bank building. And it looks like the school lost a little on the top. Okay, we're going to wrap this video up for Rhyolite. And we're going to head towards Beatty probably, and we'll see what we got in there. Everybody have a great blessed day.